Hi, welcome to another episode of Book Corner. I went over last week to visit Carolyn, who lived on the North Shore of Auckland, and she's going to be talking about this book here by Alexander McCall Smith, Espresso Tales, but I'll let her explain why she chose that. Enjoy. Carolyn, hi.
Hi.
Can you just give me a little bit of information about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm at the moment a stay-at-home mum of 2 kids. Got a little girl Renee who's 4 and a son Clark who's 7 months. And we're living in Auckland, my hometown. We've been fortunate to live a couple of years overseas, so we spent some time in Spain and France, and now we're enjoying being settled back in New Zealand.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. We're talking about reading. What's your normal reading pattern?
I'm not reading as much as I would like to at the moment. I'm finding my days are very busy with the 2 kids and the 1 cat. But I read a little bit before I go to sleep at night, or if I get the chance to go away one weekend, read when we go away.
What have you enjoyed reading the most?
I really like reading the books of a particular author, Alexander McCall Smith. I've read quite a few of his works, and one of which I'll talk to you about today.
Great. So what is the title of that?
It's 44 Scotland Street.
Can you give us a little bit of an overview without, spoiling it?
Sure, it's really a collection of lots of smaller stories because they were written as a daily that were published in a newspaper in Scotland over a period of time. So each of the 100 stories within the book are complete, but they do continue on. There is a whole story from start to finish, but if you don't know the characters, or if you've missed a little bit of the episode, you can just dip into as a light little slice to read about.
Okay. Is there a main sort of protagonist that this is about, or?
It's about a bunch of tenants in one building. So a lot of the time we're seeing through the eyes of Pat. She's a 20-year-old girl living in a particular flat. It's set in Edinburgh. And we meet the other people that come in and out of her flat and in and out of the building. So I think it's quite nice that you get a real variety of different characters, a real mix of different people. Is there any particular character that sort of struck a chord with you that you particularly enjoyed? Yes, I think Pat. I think back to myself at that age. She's 20, so she's starting to live away from her parents and become more independent. And when I read the book, I think of myself at that age. I related to her perhaps more than some of the other characters.
What was the thing that drew you to that particular book? Well,
I'd already read another series by the same author. He's done the No. 1 Ladies Detective Agency, and I found that a really fascinating series. It was really quite different to this book, and I wasn't expecting that. I guess because I thought the same author I would get something the same, but this is a really different flavour, and I admired that. I thought that showed talent in the author to be able to show such a mix of different writing settings and writing styles, and I was curious to read more because I'd enjoyed this author before.
Yeah. What are you reading next?
I've got a non-fiction book that I'm moving on to. I do like to read a lot of non-fiction as well, travel books perhaps about places that we're going to visit, or things about art and art history. But this next book is Where Underpants Come From, and it's a story tracing where some underpants made in China sold very cheaply here in New Zealand, tracing that whole thread back to their origins.
Wow. Hey, thank you very much for sharing.
Thanks, Simon.